Hello, and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast. I'm your host, Lenoria, and this is my wonderful co-host, Shayna, yes. Well, today, guys, we're going to talk about, and this might be corny to some people, it might be serious to others. I think everybody on the planet who is getting older, and if you are a human being, you're getting older every day. So it applies to you, and you might be interested and you might not, but it's okay, still stay tuned. But what we are talking about is the fear of getting older. The fear. See, when you're young, guys, let me just tell you something. When you're young, you don't worry about that. You're like, you think you're immortal.
What's young though?
Okay, so young to me, because it's only in your mind. Young is in your mind, because I think that the new 50 is really, I mean, the 50 is, well, the new 50 is like 30 or 40, because 50-year-olds do not, have you seen Angela Bassett? Don't play, baby. Don't play. Yes, and Tina Turner, it just seems like she never aged, and it's just some older, I don't like the word older. I remember we were doing.
She's mature. You are so cute, so sophisticated.
Okay, I use seasoned.
I like season too. Okay. Season, it make it sound good.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say that. Yeah. I say seasoned because what happens to meat once you put some real good season on it?
Yes,
that should be good. So we're seasoned women, and well, you're still young to me, Shayna.
I am not young.
Shayna is young to me, but people are afraid of getting older, and there is a name for it. And I'm not going to sit here and try to chop up anything to pronounce this word, but what I am going to do, let me, I can't pronounce that word, Shayna. I'm not going to try, but I am going to do this. And we're going to...
So I'm going to go with, it's like I'm going to go with like geriatric. So it's like...
Okay.
Geraskophobia?
I think that sounds good. Okay, hold up. Let's see.
Geraskophobia.
You did good. Okay, geraskophobia. Geraskophobia. That is, it's an abnormal fear of growing older or aging. Granosophobia. Okay, I'm just gonna say it's a phobia, and hopefully you're here through the whole duration, and you'll know I'm talking about age, because that word there will have my tongue in a whole big old knot by the end of the
But to me, it's like, what are you fearing? Because my dad was old my whole life, bro. Like my dad was old my whole life. I want to say I
couldn't tell.
When I was born, my dad was definitely 50 plus. Actually late 50s. So my dad was old my whole life, but it was like the wisdom he had and how he carried himself. It was just like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait until I'm this wise.
That's so good to feel that way.
Yeah, like,
Shayna. Well, see, when you're younger, you think different. When you're older, you think different. Okay, it says, why are people scared of getting older? We don't want to get older for many reasons. Fear of loss. Losing other people, I guess. Or independence. I don't know. Of loved ones, okay? Of our physical and mental abilities, and of course, our life itself.
But so that ties into a lot of different things. So let's talk to, our God-fearing people. If you have, studied the Bible, you studied your religion, like eventually we're gonna experience death.
Everybody,
that's inevitable.
If you checked in, you gotta check out.
It's inevitable.
Okay.
But like, if you truly believe you're going to see these people again, you yourself would be resurrected. That should be something that you don't fear.
But it's not just getting older and a fear of dying. Actually, that's a lower percentage of what people fear. Okay. I'll get to that. There's a lower percentage of people even thinking about the dying part. Okay. They're thinking about your gross motor skills. You can't even, stuff starts slowing down, Shayna.
Yeah, it does.
And your mind is still thinking, I could do all of those things, but your body is saying, try Try it.
I mean, and that's at a young. I mean, I'm not saying at a young age, but you know, these kids now they look older than us. Number one. So I don't know if they just aging way faster. It's the drugs.
It's the food. You said the drugs.
Oh yeah, it's the food. It's the food. It's the food drugs. But you know, I don't really fear getting older. It just comes with the territory. Like we've gone through it with our grandparents. They've gone through it with their grandparents. Like it's the circle of life.
It is the circle of life, and I know people who, when they get there, I had an aunt that on her birthday, she was just not happy. It was like, damn, another birthday. Another birthday. There are some people, it's like, they don't enjoy their birthday coming because they know that they're getting older.
But that's crazy to me because think about all the people who didn't see their birthday.
Right, but that's not in their head. And see, you think this way because she's younger now. But once you get, I'm going to say past 55 or in your 60s, you're like, okay. And then you're trying to think of something. And before you could, you're thinking of it and you're talking about it. You're like, girl, yeah, and then you just lose your train of thought in the middle of you're like, now this don't make no sense. I know it happens. It happens. Guess what? They said that this stuff starts like at 35.
I was gonna say, because I've been doing this. Like, I can get up and be like, okay, I know I'm going to the kitchen to get to, I get to the kitchen and be like,
what the fuck did I come in here for?
But I have a remedy for that. So what I do is I go back to where I was thinking about it.
And then you're gonna have to go get it. Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, now I got it. But that's just,
That's a remedy.
Think about being old. But my boyfriend said that he doesn't want to be older than 70. And to me, that's a problem for me because I'm like, well, what the hell I'm supposed to do? You're going to turn 70 before I do. So to me, it's like, why would you want to start a family? There's children. They're going to have children.
You know why?
And you're saying you don't want to be
because
past 70.
he knows what comes with 70. He knows that you're not going to be mobile. That's untrue. He knows that you're not going to be as mobile as you were. You're not going to be. No, that's not true either. You're not going to be as fast. You're not going to be able to do a whole bunch of things.
But by the time you're 70, you should be ready to chill anyway.
Yes, you'll be ready to chill, but your mind.
What you want to do? Go to the club?
But your mind, no, not clubs. But your mind still is like, okay, I really want to do a whole bunch of things. But your body is saying, sit down.
And that's what you should be doing at that age. What I'm saying is, to me, that's selfish. To say that you don't want to be here past 70 is selfish, especially if you.
He say that now. Wait until he gets 65. You can be like, shit, I ain't trying to go nowhere.
What are we doing? Like, what are we gonna be doing that's different? What you think I want to be jumping out of airplanes or something? Like, I'm trying to be chilling when we 70. Like, we shouldn't be play with our grandkids. You know, the stuff you're supposed to do. But to say like you don't want to be here, to me, that's selfish. You know, and I've been in a relationship where someone committed suicide, and I just think that is the most selfish thing that you can do.
That's crazy. I just can't. No,
I
that's not good.
can't think of what you were going through internally, so I can't really speak on that. But to me, that is so selfish, especially when you're trying to build with someone else and create a family. Like, you can't really think that way, or you can't. You know, I don't know. I can't say you can't because everybody feel how they feel, but.
The fear of growing old may be a result of negative emotions experienced that can be either directly or indirectly linked to objects or a situational fear. Over time, the symptoms often become normalized. Like, you just learn to accept it. You just learn to accept it. And because...
I like that.
But it is true, when you are a certain way, a go-getter, and you are doing things, and it took you in your 20s and 30s and 40s to do something, and now that you're trying to do it, it's like, why is this so difficult? And your mind is telling you can still do it, but your body won't allow you to.
This is why you have to groom. I don't like the word groom, but this is why you have to groom like when you have a family business.
Okay.
You needed to be grooming your children to be prepared to take this over. At some point,
they might not want this daggone business.
They might not. And so that
most of them don't. They just want the money and reap the benefits of it. They don't want to do that shit.
At the end of the day, just like with your business, let's just talk about the daycare. You can't be watching people kids when you 80 years old. I mean, you can as granny.
And if you're physically able to, you can, but no.
I would now if you was 80 years old, I would let you watch my baby. I wouldn't let you watch my baby if you was watching other people's kids too.
Right. Not a whole bunch of babies. Your cognitive skills would not be the same.
Right.
You cannot move the same.
Yeah. So, but you know, I would love for an older lady to just, if you got the time and patience to dedicate to my baby.
Yeah, one person, one child. Yeah.
I can let grandma watch my baby. But, but so if your kids don't want to take over the business, then at some point, like, okay, let's
close.
Right, I was gonna say, so
down.
let's just even say with you, like, if your children don't want to take over, what's your plan?
The plan is to be done with it just like any other job. Retire from it, and I sit back and hopefully some of the ones that really appreciated everything that I've done, and we just stayed really good through the whole time.
She talking about me, y'all. I don't know why she just didn't want to look over here and say me. And she tried so hard to not look over here and say me.
It's crazy. Not just you. There are a handful that they would bring their, you know, but I would just retire and do something that I don't want to say I love, because I do love doing daycare.
Yeah.
But I would retire and do whatever I want. But you know, that's what you do when you can't, if you don't want to pass the torch, or your children don't want that daggone torch.
So what if they say, okay, Mom, we'll take over the business, we just don't want to handle it personally ourselves, like we're gonna outsource people. How do you feel about that?
Oh, well,
you're just gonna close it?
No. I would say, hey, to each his own. If you're running it, run it the way you want to run it, you know. But understand, because they would already know that it is not the same when you're getting other people to work for you. When you get other people to do stuff, woo, that's where if you think you're going to have a smaller headache, if you have other people doing it, think again. When you're in business and you got other people doing anything, if they're not on the same level, I'm not gonna even say level, if they're not thinking the way that you are and have the same want and hungry like you are, it's not gonna be the same. It's just like when you have your own business and you're buying a whole lot of office supplies and stuff, you're not gonna sit there and just care less about, you know, all the pens leaving or whatever. But if you're working for someone and you go into that your job and they got a whole big ass thing of pens or whatever, paper, whatever, you take some of those pens and put them in your purse. You take them home with you. You take the stapler. You take whatever, because guess what? It's not yours. People do not treat your business like it's something good, or they just don't care, especially outsiders. But family members, close family members, I'm going to say like your children, they will. But even cousins, friends, girl, you know I have issues with trust. I don't trust nobody.
I don't think that you would be able to hand it over to them and not be
in it trying.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's terrible.
You not gonna child.
I could.
No, you can't.
I could, but no. This is what would happen. I never even thought of this. This is crazy that you would bring this up. I wouldn't even. I know that if, let's say, my daughter wanted to take over, and I see something going on, I'm gonna. I just like when my mother was here with me when I had my daycare. Mm-hmm. If I see that somebody is doing something and that is nothing but a chess move, you trying to try her. And see, I know the game. I know the chess game. I damn near backwards, okay? Don't try my daughter, because I'm over here to give her the answers, okay? But certain things you got to let them see for themselves because it's theirs. But if I see where you're trying to fake a insurance thing, you're trying to come in here and do certain things to you know, just mess her up. Mm-hmm. You are just things that you just know. Just like my mother, I knew nothing about roseola. Do you know what that is? No. Mm-hmm. That's an infection in your body where you break out. Okay. Yeah. I had no idea.
Like break out with what?
You're red bumps all over. It's sort of almost like if you broke out with like chicken pox or anything else, or whatever the case may be. I'm sitting in the daycare and my mother was there, and when the lady came to the door, I opened the door and I grabbed the baby, and I was getting all the baby's belongings and stuff. And my mom just, I mean, and it's so, see that goat will know. That seasoned person that's been doing it, because my mother had been doing daycare for years. Shoot. Okay. I mean, long years. She glanced and caught it like that. She looked up and she was like, "Good morning, Nora. Give her back the baby." And I'm looking at, I ain't lying. Nora, give her back the baby. I'm like, give her back the baby. That baby have roseola. I'm like, who? What's that? Never heard of it. And she said, no, Nora, I know what it is. I mean, and I said, okay, because I'm listening to my mother. I'm not like the millennials now. They why, when, no, it ain't. What is it? Prove it to me. Why? What?
That just made me itch.
Yeah, then we don't do all of that. When your mother says something, she ain't saying it just to say it for her health. She said it because she knows. So I was like, one moment, here you go. Gave her back her baby, and because I had a community diseases chart on my door, I went in the closet and I opened it. Do you know, as long as I've had that daggone chart, I had never known a damn thing up there called roseola. I looked and I was like, well, I'll be there. And it was on there. It'll tell you the incubation time. Was it contagious? When do they come back to school? All of that. So I looked at her and I said, I'm not sure, because we are not doctors. I had to make it clear to her because I don't want her to think that we are trying to tell you what it is when we don't know. Because I didn't know. But my mother, you can't tell an old person what they don't know. But I still listen to them. But I said, could you please? I said, did you wash the clothes? Because usually I'm thinking they just wash the clothes in another detergent, and that'll happen too. The kids will break out. I said, could you take him to the doctor? I said, he is full of bumps. I said, and then I lifted his shirt. I said, is it under his thing too? And he was just covered. And so she said, oh, I understand. She took him to the doctor. On the head, my mother got that shit.
I don't like, oh, I understand, because y'all was like this before y'all came.
Bam! And they do it all the time. And why did you knew this. Why didn't you take him to the doctor first?
And that was one thing you always told me you appreciated about me, because baby, if my baby got a
That's why you're sitting here right now. That's why, yes, because you were that type of, you were just a good business person. You were a good parent, as you were good.
But even when you told me, like, you know, you'll be like, okay, well, I know what's going on with Jace. Even though he has a sniffle, he has a little, we know it's because he has asthma. He's not necessarily sick, but
it could be allergies or anything.
I don't want nobody kid around my kid. I don't care if it's allergies or what.
You didn't play no games. You were like, come and get him. Or
we're not coming.
Yeah, or we're not coming in the first place. You don't even bring him. Yes, that's what. But I actually do. Do you know what's really hard? I have people who don't like me to this day, who has come through, because I would not allow them to run my business and have sick children on top of me and other children. I have people who don't care for me for that very reason. And they just wanted me to let them be like, oh, well, I called a lady at work and said, well, they're running a temp, they're sick. Well, they weren't sick when I brought them. That is insane. But that, I done shifted. We're not going to. We are talking about. We're coming back. We are talking about the fear of getting old. Okay, it says, how do you overcome fear of aging? Aging will tip. Wait a minute. Aging tips. Number one, learn to cope with the change. Shayna, you go through a lot of changes.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is true. Okay, focus on things you're grateful for. You should do that early on.
Yeah, you need to do that every day.
Yeah, you don't wait till you're old to do that. Acknowledge and express.
The Lord will take it away.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. Stand on that rug and watch it come off and under your feet.
I am very grateful for everything I have every single day.
All the time, because it can be. Acknowledge and express your feelings. Some people can be fighting with something on the inside, and it has to do with, okay, I'm unable to get a certain job that I truly wanted, and they're fighting with that. So
why are you just talking to me right now? I'm not fighting with it, but...
Oh, wow. So that's what's happening with you? I didn't know you.
I feel like, yeah.
But do you know that a lot of older people, especially these days, they felt that way, especially because the millennials they want the millennials to get these jobs because they are computer oriented. They can do this computer stuff coming out the hole.
And they can pay them $0.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
no.
I mean, well,
millennials want their money because
they do. But if you're coming off of, oh, I'm 18, I was at this job making $10 an hour. Oh, you want to pay me $19 an hour? That would be great. But guess what? The person who they just let go was at $30
That's right.
an hour. So now they're gonna come hire you for $19, which is great for business. And you might do a great job at it. But it's
did at Scientific Atlanta
It's
way
messing us
back,
up.
way
It's
back
messing
in
us
the
up.
day. They I'm not gonna say fired, but they laid off maybe about 60, 70 people at Scientific Atlanta. Scientific Atlanta was a huge company. You would not believe the people, because I was one of them. They gave you a lot of servants pay, and they did really good about you, but they put you out because you were there a long time. How about the people that they did keep? One of my friends, a guy friend, was still there. He said that you are not going to believe this shit. They got temps in every position that was in the positions that the people left. They got temps in it. They didn't even wait a week.
Exactly.
They were already the next day they were in. He said, somebody sit in your seat right now. I said, now, that don't make no sense. They wanted to, and they were giving them minimum wage.
Yeah, exactly. Because
So
they can do this. If you sign up for a temp service, number one, you're ready. You're prepared for that. You're gonna make the bare minimum. But I've
Well, the
been
temp
through
service
that.
have to, because they have to get a certain
Right.
portion of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've been through that. I had a position. And they're like, okay, we're eliminating certain positions. My position was eliminated, and they told me I can reapply and re-interview.
That should be against the law to me. That don't make no sense.
Not when you're making $50,000 and we can bring you making 35.
Yes, I know it.
And if you need a job, you gonna have to do it.
Look, I'm talking that crap because I was on the other end at one time. But if I am the employer, I'm like, shit, I'll take this temp that doesn't want but $20,000, and I've been paying you 50 or 90. I can't even afford you anymore, so I'm actually forced to do this.
Exactly.
So I get it. Yeah, I do get it.
But sharing your feelings, I think you just have to have someone that you trust to share your feelings with, because it's a lot of stuff I keep inside to myself. That's just because I just don't feel like I need to share with people.
I just think that if you sharing your feelings, if you have someone around the same age or older who's experienced it and can relate, that's a good thing, because you're like, oh, okay, because I'm experiencing this. And sometimes the worst thing is when you feel alone about something, sort of like the dark. You're not afraid of the dark. You're afraid of what you can't see in the dark. The darkness is not afraid. You're not afraid of that. It's like, okay, what's in here? So it's the same with, you're getting older, what to expect. I'm not liking this, but if somebody's older or the same age and they're like, girl, I'm going through that too. I don't care. I just get up and keep it moving. Or they're older and they're like, girl, you're going to go through this, you're going to go through that. And all you do is put your pants on one leg at a time every day like you've been doing, and take it a little bit slower, because that's all you can do. That's what you can control. The other shit you can't, so what?
Speaking of getting older, and you've been married for a long time, like, getting men to go to the doctor is like if y'all don't take y'all ass to the doctor, because by the time we found, like, even with my dad, by the time we found out there was something wrong with my dad, he was
too far gone.
Stage 4 cancer, lung cancer. There's nothing we can do. You have 6 months to a year to live.
Oh, that's so terrible. But you are absolutely right, Shayna. That's one of the biggest things. Men do not go to the doctor.
Because we go to the doctor, baby. If I sneeze wrong, I ain't met the doctor.
If my eye twitch too many times, I'm like, why are you twitching? You're not supposed to be twitching. Let me go see why you're twitching.
Something.
I'm going. But you're right. They will not go. And
we need to get a man on here to
I know,
figure
right.
out, like, I don't think they're going to say.
but they won't even talk about it either, because they don't care. The first thing is like, oh, I don't care. It's not a big deal. I'll go when I'm hurting. By the time you're hurting, you're dead.
You are done.
You're
like,
dead.
I peed blood this morning.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, exactly. That is exactly how they do, and it's absurd. But I'm gonna just be honest. Yes, men are like that, and I tell my husband, I'm like, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. At first, he wouldn't. I mean, when we were younger, and he's in his 30s and his 40s, he's like, I'm good. If something hurts, I'm good.
Yes.
Ah, you're not good. You said it hurt.
Oh, my
And then
God.
you'll stop saying it hurt, because I said go, and
Yeah.
so he didn't want me to worry, and I was like, that is crazy. So I nag. It's like, that don't make no sense. Why don't you go to the doctor? When the last time you had a physical?
No.
And he's like, block me out. But now he does, and he goes. He's older. But I got to where I said to him, I said, you know what? You're selfish, and if you want to die, why did you ask me to be your wife to die on me? Because you're purposely letting yourself die. Because if you get things done annually, you'll know that whatever's going on with you, push come to shove, if it's only 365 days old, because you could have got it right after this last physical, but at least it's only 365 days. It's not dead going 9 years. or 12 years, and now you go to the doctor's like, oh, we can't do nothing for you. Bro, man, you can go out and get you a damn a drink, because this is it. You got what, 2 hours? I'm exaggerating, and it's not funny, and it's not, I shouldn't joke or exaggerate like this, but it gets on your nerves when you really do care.
Right.
And love someone, and then they do this crap. But I got to the point with my husband, I was like, I'm not gonna keep telling you, and I think you're very selfish, and that tells me how much you care about me. When I put those kind of guilt on, shit, he be in there.
Now I will say, as far as me as a woman, I have not had a mammogram, but my doctor.
You never?
Wait, hold on.
Oh my God.
Wait, come back.
Okay, I'm back.
My doctor also said to wait till I'm 40.
Well, let me just say this: mammograms to me, well, because my mother had breast cancer. And because she had breast cancer and I saw the stuff that she went through, but even if I had not seen anything, it's not a good thing. Because she had breast cancer, I started getting mine, I think maybe in my 35, something like that.
See, I do the little self-exams, and if I feel the slightest little thing, I'll be like, okay. But I don't. I will say that. I've been through cancer with my dad. It wasn't breast cancer, clearly. But my doctor is just like, okay, you can wait till you're 40. I'm almost. But
see, when somebody in your family has cancer, sort of like breast cancer or something like that, yes, you're going to, they advise you to do it sooner because your mom had it,
Right. So there hasn't been breast cancer in my family. Really, my dad is the only person I know that has had cancer. The men in my family, don't live very long. Not past,
what is very long?
Definitely not past 75 on my mom's side. So I will say that I had a conversation with my brother about that. Like you do notice that the men in our family, you really don't live past 70. My last uncle, he might have been 71. That just passed away.
Damn, yeah, 70s. When you get closer to 70, you're like 70 is not old. I remember when I was young.
When I was young, 30 was old.
I know it. That's what I was just about to say. I would be my mother actually would be watching TV or something, and I'd look up and they were like, oh, such and such died and they were 35 years old, or they were 40. I was like, wait, they lived a long life. I'm serious. And now that I'm there, it's like, oh shit, they died real young. They didn't live at all.
I will say one thing I don't, because sometimes I see stuff on Facebook. It's like, oh, this is the oldest living person in Alabama. Like, these people be 106. And listen. Never mind. I'm not even gonna put this out there because the Lord may take it wrong. But baby,
the Lord knows your head and your mind better than you know it.
I don't want to be 100 years old. I'm letting you know.
No.
I don't want to be 100 years old. My grandma, my maternal grandma is she 96, 95 or 96.
Oh my.
And every time I talk to her, she just telling me basically how she's slowing down, and I'm like, Grandma,
how she's slowing down.
But she's just like, she can't do the stuff she used to. I'm like, right. Grandma, you don't have to do that stuff. Like, you're can chill. You're not working. You in the house. And I think that so I can see with the aging how that bothers people because you can't do what you used to do. But once you get older, you shouldn't want to. Like, I don't want to go to work.
No, but you want to.
I don't want to go to work.
No, I don't want to work. I would love to just have the luxury of being very well off and wealthy and be able to just get up and do what I do. But I'm going to be honest. No matter, even when I retire, I have to work. I have to do something. I'm not going to sit on my butt. I can't. That's just insane.
I would love to make money. I'm very fine.
But in another way than that, every day just pushing you.
I'm okay with waking up and doing nothing.
No, well, not me, but
absolutely okay.
But the only thing I want to do is, once I retire, I want to be able to work because I want to, not because I have to. That's a big
I want to go to that old people swim class. Where y'all be doing like
that's cool. That's
cool. What I want to do. I want to wake up and go to old people swim class.
Okay. What is the age of being old? Who says what old is? What's the age?
I think that your body determines that.
I feel the same way as you, Shayna.
Yeah.
I believe that old is in the mind.
Yeah.
It's in the body and everything. Okay, but it says age 65 or older. So what age is elder? Well, there is no standard definition for the term elder. According to the United States Social Security Administration,
I was going to say
anyone age 65 and older is an
Yeah, we're putting elderly on people because you have AARP, which AARP been sending me stuff since I was 30 years old, and I don't appreciate that.
Weird. They don't usually give you nothing until after 50.
Exactly, but they've been sending me stuff in the mail since I was 30 years old.
That is a lie, y'all.
I promise. Stuff in the mail since I was 30 years old.
Somebody must have put your name and put the wrong date of birth on there.
I don't know what AARP got going on, but I would love them discounts when I go places. They get discounts everywhere. But I think that when you're saying elderly, because they get a lot of discounts. You can go anywhere and get an elderly discount. So, how old is it? Because I want it.
What age group is most fearful of death? It says the study claimed that death anxiety peaks in a man and a woman when they're in their 20s. I don't believe. It didn't do me.
What kind of life y'all living? They drug dealers.
Okay, because I didn't think that.
Drug dealers.
Okay, but after this group, sex plays a role in the path of that one takes. Okay, sex does. We're not talking about sex.
No, we're talking about male or women. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. Either sex can experience a decline in death concerns with age, but the studies show that unexpected second spike in women during the age of 50. That is so true.
I can see that.
That is so true. Once you,
see that.
yes, you're like, oh, okay,
And
okay.
For men to have a fear in death and not go to the doctor is crazy.
They just, yeah. Why are you afraid of dying when you don't go? You want to die.
They ain't afraid of shit.
You're okay. At what age do you start feeling tired and old, Shayna?
15, because I'll be tired.
No, you didn't say the 15.
I'll be tired. First of all, I like to sleep. Okay.
A lot of people do, especially the kids today.
And sometimes I get in my bed and I be like, I'm just gonna chill for just. Before I work at home, so when I leave my office, which is where I work at, I go get in my bed, which is my break room. That's the break room. But when I go in the break room, baby, my bed is different. So once I get in my bed, it's a wrap. I be tired. I can go to sleep. I can fall asleep really quick. So to me, just
it says it depends on a person's age, health, fitness levels, and lifestyle. Generally, the more years that pass, the more you value your beauty sleep, of course. And it's true, seniors fatigue is a real thing. However, most people start experiencing a decline in their energy level by the time they reach mid-30s.
Yeah, I be tired.
That's untrue for me. I didn't start getting tired, no lie. Nope, because I'm going to have to tell my age. And you won't know it. I ain't telling you. Spit. So, but no, this was untrue. Girl, in my mid-30s, I was doing back handsprings.
What the hell?
Yes, on the beach doing splits and on the beach with...
Lord.
I'm serious. I'm not playing. Okay, I might be exaggerating with the back handsprings, but I was definitely doing splits. I was doing splits in my daggone 40s and 50s, and I was doing handstands and walking on my hands, stuff in my 40s and 50s. Not 50s, 40s. But it says, okay, what age is most stressed? Now, this don't... Between 18 and 33 years of age. How is that?
I mean, it depends. It depends on what you're doing if you got kids. I would say, okay, so at my age now, my most stressful time is probably about 32. But I went through a really stressful pregnancy at 32.
Well, that's a reason. I can't.
It was like job stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I had just started a new job and then got pregnant. I know they was looking like, not on our benefits, ma'am. So it was a little stressful.
Not on our benefits.
Yeah, that was probably my most stressful
let me wrap this up.
because my son was he was like, girl. Yeah, that was a lot. But yeah.
Well, okay.
What was your most stressful?
That's what I was thinking about. My most stressful time in my life. It was after I had my first child, because, and that was I was a late person to have babies. I was older. Not gonna tell that.
So you were still in this age range though, right? The 18-33. You had a baby after 30?
No, after 33.
For what? Not for what? I'm sorry, kids.
Yeah.
Y'all supposed to be here.
Wait a minute. As a matter of fact, the first one, it was at 33. I was pregnant at 33. I had him at 34. But nevertheless,
my ovaries just shook.
She ain't no damn good, y'all. But and it was hard. It was hard. And then that was very hard because
you're 33.
No, not just me, 33. I had a full business. I was going to college. I was in college, and yes, it was hard. And then I had a newborn. And then my husband, his job allowed him. He was just gone a lot. So I'm doing a whole bunch and running a full business, not a business that you go to for 8 hours or you got that bad boy open for 8 hours. No, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And yes, that's a lot.
You know what song is playing in my head?
What?
Never would have
Made it. Yes.
Anyway.
And I never would have made it. You're
Anyway.
right. But okay, now see, I'm not gonna even think of or even try to pronounce these things, but let me just tell you, this is crazy. I know you're gonna be like, oh wow, these are things, and we're gonna be done after this, guys. These are things that I know some of you probably fear them yourself, but when you get older, these are fears that people have that are they're rare, but they do when they get older. I cannot pronounce these words. Not gonna even try. But a fear of being without your mobile phone. Fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. That's the number one. Okay, fear of numbers. Why would you feel? See, one thing I'm not gonna do is sit here and say why, because
I'm
you can't say why.
A numbers person. Now this next one.
Yeah, fear of money. I think people fear of money as soon as they hit reality of trying to live and pay for something.
Because let me get rich, baby.
Because you don't have enough.
Everybody gonna know, because I'm gonna be out here wilding. I'm gonna be buying stupid ass shit.
But see, then you're gonna go broke. Your ass gonna wind up broke.
I'm gonna buy a little bit of the stupid stuff, but I'm definitely gonna end up at work.
But they get it's a fear of the color yellow. Somebody would be scared of me right now.
They pee too dark.
Okay. Fear of bathing. Now I know this one is correct because I know a lot of elderly people that don't like to take baths.
They need Life Alert.
Yeah, they do need that, but they don't want the water. They don't want the Alzheimer's people.
I told my mama, I was like, well, when I got ready to move, I was like, Mom, I think you should get Life Alert. She was like, I think you should get it too, because I had fell in the shower.
Oh.
She was like, I think you should get it too. I was like, well, touche.
Well, but I know, right? Touche. But you know what? It's you're laughing, but that Life Alert is and it's a good thing, not just because when you're old and you've fallen and can't get up. It's for anyone, especially if you're alone. That is a saver because they can come get you.
I'm in my late 30s. When I fell in that shower, I had bruised ribs.
Oh,
I couldn't even laugh. I couldn't do nothing. So that's for real.
Sort of like having a cesarean. You can't laugh, you can't cough, you can't squat, you can't bend, you can't do anything.
My C-section was, I had a very good experience with my C-section. Very good experience. I was trying to walk. They was like, ma'am, sit your ass in this wheelchair.
No, I did walk, but I
was good. My C-section was amazing.
Shayna, my son was almost 10 pounds, and my stitches burst in the front, and it was blood gushing out of my stomach.
Oh, yeah, my son was only 4. Well, my son was there. He was only 4 pounds.
Oh, 4 pounds.
I still had a C-section. Don't do me like I ain't.
No. A C-section is a C-section. It don't matter how big or how small. It's still you cut in the stomach. But when I tell you, I was lifting stuff and it's new. And he was heavy and I messed around and just had a bad experience.
You know what I feared after having my C-section? Washing. They was like, okay, you need to take a shower. And I was just like, not you need to take a shower, but we want you to take a shower.
Fear of that bathing.
Yes, because I was like, okay, I know all this stuff is like open, and they was like, okay, we want you to take the
gauze off.
Yeah, take it off and like take a shower. I was like,
yeah.
This just happened 2 days ago. Like, this is so weird. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Fear of the number 8.
Yeah, that's weird. Go ahead.
That's weird. Okay. Fear of opening your eyes. Lord have
you want to
mercy.
die. Say this.
I would fear if I don't open them. I want to open mine. Okay, fear of balloons. Okay. Okay. Fear of.
I want you to read that.
Oh my God!
She
is a fool.
I'm gonna screenshot that because what the hell?
This is correct.
This word got every letter in the alphabet.
This is more than damn 26 words. It ain't but 26 letters in the alphabet. Oh, guys, this is funny as crap. This is more than 26 letters. If you know what?
Made it up.
No, they did not make this up. This came off of Google. But what's going to happen is, because I could not even catch my composure for a moment, guys, we're going to put this word up on the screen and let you see this. But it's the fear of long words. I can't even say it. The fear of long words. I mean, anyway.
I fear adolescence. I ain't even gonna
Okay, yeah, the fear of adolescence. Yeah. But you know,
them kids.
Yeah.
Fuck them kids.
Woo. Oh my gosh, can I make it through this podcast, Lord? Okay. A fear of your belly button. Why is this so funny to me? Oh Lord, I'm not trying to be mean, guys. A fear of strings. Fear of people with beards.
I like me a good beard. Don't do me.
Well, look, I'm gonna be honest. I never liked beards when I was younger. When I was a young woman, I didn't like beards. But now that my son has one, beards are so cute. I love them.
No, they're so cute.
I love them because he keep his well groomed. He keep his really good. And I know other people who have beards, and yeah, I like them now. I'm older. Okay, a fear of hair. I don't understand that one. Fear of clothes.
When I'm asleep.
Okay, you walking around naked?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm asleep. I don't want
Look, fear of work.
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
Ooh, fear of making decisions.
Matter of fact, can you use that for like
You better tell him that's what you have.
Yeah, I have
or
fear
read
of work.
the
Let me go to my doctor because I'm scared to go to work.
Go to
even though it's at home, I'm scared to go to work.
Fear of making decisions. I think shit.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's stupid people. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say that. I done got real comfortable, and I shouldn't say that because this is real. These are real phobias, and I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it in that way. Because if you have a fear of making decisions,
you can't make this. You scared to make. Go ahead.
Well, no, there are some cowards that are afraid to make decisions.
Oh, you just call them cowards. Just move on to the next one. Move on to the next one, Sherry.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Please forgive me, guys. Fear of mirrors. If you ugly, you should be
ugly as hell. That's all that is.
We're making a joke. This is not a joke.
It's funny.
No. Okay. A fear of dining with others. I don't know about that because once my food get there, I don't even know you're at the table with me because I'm trying to eat my food. Okay. Fear of phobia.
How the fuck you?
No, how is that a thing?
You have a fear of
phobias.
Okay, we're done.
We're done. We're done. So guys, that was funny, but it's not funny. I was having a good time with it because they said these are they're weird. It's not that I'm saying that they're weird. It says what are the weirdest and the most rare phobias. So we read them. Some of them was pretty funny and we made a joke out of it, but it's serious because some people really actually do suffer with this stuff. So on the serious side, we're gonna pull back and if I offended anyone, I apologize because I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, these are things that when you get older you have a phobia from. Okay, well, with that said, feel the rumble and
listen to the roar. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.